Only the podium.
Okay.
Change your camera angle, or maybe you can see stuff better. I see a few people. Uh-oh. Like a gate?
Yeah. There's like an arrow.
Oh, shoot. That's weird. And nobody else is around you. Huh. I'm thinking you're probably going to win.
So I've already got the green jersey.
Huh. That's weird. Well, hopefully you'll...
It could be that I joined the event. Oh, no, I see you guys. You guys are up the road, and I'm in the I've got to take a screenshot of this. Right?
I guess you're chasing.
I could get out of my bike.
No.
Like, I'm gonna keep you text messages. I'm the arrow. You guys are all up the road. Lots of panda
Oh, I'm not getting any attack. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the text on the main page. It's a shame. Oh, ow. Norm. Oh, my phone's ringing. I gotta go.
right there.
Hello. I see. I'm guessing the mic next to me. That's that further. I've never heard that before.
So you guys look on your back. You'll see the feathers.
Oh, yeah, I do see you in that. What the hell?
I don't know why it looks like
Huh.
Oh no, I can see all the different. So I see
People, like people riding by.
well, no, there's people warming up. Like Craig Lee is doing 4 watts to go down. Warming up back ramp. Gary's not that with my trail for bus setting.
You also can check to see if they're getting on.
I could go to the live stream.
Oh, that'd be cool. 30 seconds, guys.
30 seconds need to know if we're commentating or not.
You might be recording it. Merge.
Fifteen seconds.
God, Jesus. Hang on, guys. Here we go. And we're off.
Here.
Yep.
Got Austin and Enrique up front. Guys there. Yellow.
Yes. Well, maybe we'll just assume that we are recording and we are going to be heard at some point somewhere. So I think we're going for it. What we're doing now is we're watching the A category roll through start finish. They have just completed their lead in. This is a 16.7 mile race, 711 feet of climbing, 3 laps. This is the culmination of the virtual TNT race series, normally held on the fairgrounds in Santa Rosa, but tonight we are virtual, and this is the final race of the A category. So tonight we got on course your series leader at 13 points, Enrique Rojas. Jerry, do we have Nick on course tonight?
No, he's not here tonight.
He will not be able to defend his second place. He's going to have to stand.
No.
We will see if Jeremy Cattell will be able to grab a couple points.
Can anybody move up in the second at this point, Mike?
2-point difference. So the leaders board is as follows. We've got Enrique Rojas at 13 points. He is secured first place. I have a feeling he's not going to soft pedal for the series win. There will still be fireworks out there, I'm sure. Second place, Nick Roach, 8 points. Third place is Jeremy Cattell at 6 points. We've got previous Santa Rosa resident Brian Larson at 3 points on course tonight. Austin on course as well, racing at 2 points for currently in 5th place. 2 points, Evan Paschke, not sure how to pronounce his last name, 2 points. He's in 6th place again. Alonzo Cruz, 7th place with a point, and also a point on the board. Sweet, 1 point, who is racing on course tonight. So we've got right now 8, looks like 7 riders. Yeah, 7 riders on course and in the main peloton right now for the final race of the series.
And this particular series is a 700, or this particular race has 700 feet of climbing for 3 laps. Is that what I understand?
That's right. So this is a pretty hilly course. Not hilly, but 2 significant climb. 1 climb per lap. So in this race, three significant climbs. So until we get to that,
I would expect an attack on every hill, I would imagine.
There's enough horsepower in this field that if somebody can get away, even on that first climb, there's a good chance they're going to try to just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Just out on the road, though, if that rider can take 1 or 2 riders with them and help out with getting through the wind and drafting and utilizing 2 riders worth of power, I'm sure that would be the preference.
Right. Seems like a good strategy would be to have Austin attack and get out there, and then Enrique counterattack and join him. That would seem like an obvious plan.
I've got a live report from the course.
Yep. Let's hear it.
So I want to confirm for you that yes, you are commentating live. However, it's very faint, barely audible. Hopefully on the rebroadcast, Enrique will adjust that. But you guys are live. Keep it up. It sounds good. Back to you, Mike.
It is an exciting night of race. Thanks for that, Sal Lucido, our on-bike person reporting in. Thank you. So we've got Jeremy Cattell, we've got Enrique, we've got Austin Hermosillo. Let's see, late ad of C. Nunes, not sure your first name. Brandt, Larson, and Sweet in this group. I would expect we're going to see some serious horsepower when we get to this first climb.
Yeah, I would imagine too. So far, the wattage has been down. It's just now starting to climb up, and so I think they're just now starting to gear up for this climb, and we should see some fireworks in the TNT, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
Austin's hanging back here. He's planning his strategy or strategery, if you will.
Mike, I've got breaking news from the race circuit.
Let's hear it.
The audio portion of the live feed has been adjusted in real time, and you are now loud and clear. Back to you, Mike.
Excellent.
We've got a crack team of not only skilled cyclists, but really amazingly skilled IT personnel on the job here.
Yes,
So
we
as I
do. And
as I
we
mentioned,
do. I'm sorry, and we do have a couple eyes in the sky tonight. A couple of helicopters that will be covering this too. If you go to camera 8.
beautiful.
or if you're on a Mac laptop, you can go to view number 9.
I'm hearing I'm hearing there may be one helicopter eliminated since there's so much going on in the world, and we only may have limited to one helicopter.
We'll make do.
We'll make it work.
Mike, do you see any trouble making this race finish before the curfew tonight?
Before the curfew, you know what? With the horsepower that's in that main peloton, I don't doubt for a second that these guys are going to wrap this up before it's time to all head home.
Excellent.
Crazy times, though. Crazy times. Obviously, with all the COVID stuff going on, was what compelled us to make this race happen. You know, I'd say that everybody out there would prefer to be out on course, but we've had racers that have not been to the TNT course, and even racers that do very little or none riding on the road that have competed in the virtual TNTs. So I think this has been a great opportunity for some folks to experience the competition of racing their bikes without being on the road. And when all this clears up, I'm sure the vast majority are going to be excited to get back on the pavement and back on the TNT course in Santa Rosa and do this for real again.
That's right, Mike.
Well
You
put,
know,
Mike.
this is a good place to put your toe in the water into cycling racing, where it is a virtual race, but you are active in the race physically, and you are pushing the pedals and you are laying down the watts, even though it's virtual. So it's a good culmination of real life and virtual reality.
Great point. I would love to see some of these folks that we haven't seen at the live course come out and try it for the first time after getting some experience virtually. Still all together.
Well, gentlemen, having raced this course earlier today, I can tell you that they're leaving the cobbles and they're heading into the climb. This gets to be an 8% kicker and brutal. Things should happen on this lap.
All right. Just judging from the racers' faces, it looks pretty intense out there.
Nice pickup.
What's so funny?
Somehow they all look the same. I don't know.
What? Look at Austin right there. He's got his game face on. He's slowly moving up. He's planning his attack. Like I said, he may attack on this first hill in hopes that Enrique will catch him, and the two of them will ride away to victory.
Several feathers being ignited.
This is Jeremy Cattell at the front right now. I'm seeing 550, 561. So
yeah, huge wattage.
Pace.
And again, they got their poker face on. You can't really tell that they're putting out 7.7 kilowatts. Incredible.
Now, can you tell us, it looks like Jeremy Cattell has the feather. What does that signify for that rider?
It makes that individual a little bit lighter for about 10 seconds so they can get a little gap. And now we're seeing another power up initiated, and it is the drafting power and the drafting behind a truck power. So this is giving the individuals a little bit an advantage.
Gotcha. So it looks like, boy, that really did, it put the heat on. Coming over the top there, it looks like Jeremy Cattell pairing up with Brian Larson. Just a couple second gap over the next couple riders.
Matt Brandt is in serious trouble, losing contact with the main group.
It can happen fast with the watts that we were seeing there over the top of that hill.
That's right, Mike. It sure can, but he may be able to come back on the downhill. He may be able to. Maybe he's a bigger rider and he can lay down some watts and bring him back.
Let's hope so. I'd love to see as many of these riders contest that final sprint as possible. So over the top of that hill.
Compacto.
So right now we're looking at some pretty small wattage going on. So that individual may have an opportunity here if they can get back on.
He's coming back slowly. He's 9 seconds back. He's got a chance.
You remember in the movie Dumb and Dumber when they said, "You mean there's a chance?" That's what we're looking at here.
He can see them. I'm looking at his view right now. He's being encouraged by his fan base, getting lots of thumbs. Coming through the sprint banner here, he's got a shot at coming back.
6 riders at the front
some
now.
encouragement.
And again, these guys are playing little cat and mouse right now with pretty low power numbers. But looks like Bryant is lost another second. Austin's laying down some wattage here. Somebody's going off the front.
Jeremy could tell.
430 watts, 450 watts.
Yeah. You could always look for Austin to bridge the gap too. And he's more than likely working for Enrique. Enrique will
Jeremy
probably
has deployed the Aero helmet and is trying to extend his lead. He's pushing 5-6 watts per kilogram. Getting away.
That's a lot of watts, but when there's 5 people chasing you, it's going to eat away at that. Now we have another, another advantage. Just, by who? Enrique. Just use the power up. Wow, Catel's
Still
got 6 seconds.
Only 5 miles into the 16.7 mile race tonight, so some fireworks early on.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but like, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 races ago, there was an individual who made a jump in the beginning of the race and he stayed away the entire race. Was it Larson that did that?
Larson early on, yep.
Yeah.
Huge effort.
Jeremy Cattell did that.
Oh, Jeremy Cattell. Okay, so I think Austin and Enrique kind of sensed that and they're not wanting anybody to get away this time.
Sad to report, looks like Matt Brandt's day is probably over.
Wah, wah,
Over 30
wah,
seconds
wah,
back.
wah, wah.
Yep.
Hopefully he'll continue pedaling and finish his workout since he's on course. But yeah, there's some serious horsepower out there, as we're seeing already. There's no
Jeremy's coming
soft.
back to the group. Jeremy's going nowhere tonight fast.
And this name I see, Nunes, is this his first one?
It's the first time I've seen Craig in the race, so yeah.
He's hanging. He may be the dark horse here. We don't know, and yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, I don't know how old Craig is. I don't know his height, but he's cruising right now, putting out 3.5 watts per kilogram with a heart rate of just 140 beats per. So I'd say he's riding comfortably.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. I think everybody's resting up for the next hill attack. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, if you look at some of these riders, they're all fairly young. You got Jeremy kicking 160 beats per minute in his heart rate. He just came off of that attempted breakaway, so he's starting to recover a little bit. But when you got someone like Nunez just kind of cruising around at low heart rate, you just got to wonder if he's got something special planned for them today.
Exactly. Now, is he the guy in orange with the beard and the man bun?
I think so.
Think so? Mm-hmm.
He is orange. He is a man bun.
All right.
He's the only one. He's the only one riding without a helmet tonight, which could cause the race director to relegate at the end.
That's one of the benefits of virtual racing is the no helmet. he's very serious. Look at that face. How far are we from the hill, Cole?
Sal, do you know how long we are till the hill here? We're 6.7 miles in to our 16.7 mile race tonight.
Roger. So the best indicator of when the hill is coming is the cobble section. So as soon as you hear
Okay.
the sound of those wheels going over the red cobble, you're one turn away from the 8% kicker. And basically, as soon as you cross the river, you're climbing.
Thank you.
They got a right-hand bend coming up here at a roundabout. Then they'll be on the cobble shortly thereafter. We do have another attempt at getting off the front by Jeremy Cattell.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
This time he's doing it ahead of the hill.
Enrique looks like he's going to close the gap. Drag everybody up with him. It's smart for Enrique to keep the race together since he's been sprinting so well lately. There's no need for him to try and go off the front. In my opinion. Humble opinion.
Yeah, the sprinting he's had the last few weeks, pretty tough to beat.
Yeah.
There's clearly you can see by his points, 13 points versus the second place rider Nick at 8 points. Enrique's been pretty consistent, either winning or being right there
Yeah.
to finish.
In both of the earlier races, the race was decided last lap, last climb, and riders successful staying away after the last to the finish. It'll be interesting to see if that's what happens.
Mm-hmm. You'd think this hill would break things up, and looks like it might. Oh, look at Cattell. Okay.
About a 2-second gap, but still we have, so yeah, Cattell and Enrique setting the pace.
And we're back together.
Austin right there, everybody all together.
It's not a big pack, but it certainly is nice having a teammate to help you with a sprint and bringing back other attacks. I was thinking another scenario may be that Enrique will try to get Austin the win since Austin has helped him get the other wins throughout the series, and then Enrique would still end up winning the series, and then Austin would get a win himself this time. That would be a nice result for the Red Peloton.
For sure, and it looks like Austin right now putting in a good effort with Brian Larson on the climb. They've got about 4 seconds to the third place rider in the group. And it's taking 340, 350 watts to get a little separation from the rest of the group.
Nothing these boys can't handle.
That would be a fantastic for Austin. It's all going to be coming down to that last hill. That's where it's separating.
Yeah, he's just going to have to bite down on the mouthpiece and go for that last hill as hard as he can.
Eight miles into our 16.7 mile race, so
I'd say that's almost halfway.
About halfway, somewhere there, plus or minus. Jerry, you know, math has always been your strong point, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Somebody else get dropped here? No. Uh-oh. Looks like Larson's putting in a little dig. Enrique staying back, cool, calm, and collective.
Craig,
What is his
going with the
plan?
feather.
But he actually
Craig is going with the feather, and he's putting out some serious power, boys.
Yeah, look at Enrique staying back with Austin. Interesting. They must have a plan. I'm
Remember how
imagining.
Craig was rolling around at 140 beats per minute, cruising. He's now attacking. Heart rate's up at 170 beats per minute.
Oh, wow.
And he's crested the top, starts the descent, so he'll lead this descent and get a little chance to rest here, or will he keep the power up and try to maintain that gap? Right now it's only about 2 seconds or so.
And we're going down.
Craig is opting for the super aero tuck instead of pedaling, and he's being swamped.
Hmm.
He's now sprinting to stay in contact.
What are the high speeds here? It's not over 40, is it?
He's
No.
They're going to come up a little grade here, and they hit about 38 on that first downhill, and they might get 40 on the next.
So I guess you could aero
Going
tuck.
He was. It didn't work for him though. $41 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
We're showing a group of 4 starting to separate.
Yeah,
Enrique
we've got
and Austin are over 30 seconds back.
Looks like Red Peloton is off the back here, but I definitely wouldn't count him out. There's a lot of power between these two boys. Isn't that right, Mike?
Oh, I can confirm that. But 26 seconds, you fellers got your work cut out for you.
Yep, absolutely.
I guarantee
Coming
you,
back.
while Enrique is excited about taking the series win, he wants to be there at the end. So he's chipping away at it, about 24 seconds back. Let's see if Austin and Enrique can work together to start chipping away at that little bit of a
Yeah.
gap. So for now, we have
Group
Jeremy
of 4 is
Cattell.
sitting up. Sitting up.
Who?
The group of 4 is sitting up.
Oh, okay.
They're all looking for each other to see who's going to pull. Now we got another rider bringing up the pace, Jeremy Cattell. We sat up briefly looking to see who was going to pull,
Nice.
and that bought a few seconds, Enrique, but they're in trouble if they don't get this going.
Well, there's definitely no sitting up in that lead peloton right now. Those riders are pushing about 300 watts or so, 28 miles an hour, and they are at mile 10 of 16.7.
Just got my calculator out. Looks like that's about 4 miles left.
Well, let's we'll call it about 6 miles or so to go.
Uh-oh. Enrique's using his feather power. I think, you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to get rid of it, hoping he'll get something else to help him in the sprint. He certainly doesn't need the feather power right now.
Greg Nunes was just pushing 9 watts per kilogram to stay in contact with 4. They
Good
are
God.
flying.
Yeah, it looks like they
Back on.
extended their lead. Yeah, I can't even see him.
Great to see Brian Larson in that lead peloton of 4. He had some technical difficulties last week, which took him out of the lead lap. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He just kind of
Crossed.
disappeared, huh?
Had some technical difficult. I guess you can even have mechanical difficulties out on course, but with
Yeah.
virtual,
Absolutely.
you can also have technical difficulties that can end your day. So
A
fingers
lot of
crossed,
guys,
things
a
go
lot of
well.
guys call this, they call that like a puncture flat in virtual reality. The chances are you're going to be fine, but if you do get disconnected from your internet or some kind of a internet glitch like that, it's kind of deemed as a puncture. Like that's just the odds. You know, you're going to get a flat maybe. I thought that was kind
Yep.
of interesting.
No free lap here at the virtual TNT.
No, there isn't.
So 11.2 miles in, coming through start finish right now are the 4 riders that are in the lead peloton. That is Craig Nunez, Sweet, Brian Larson,
What?
and wait a minute, yes, Jeremy Cattell, right? Did I get them all? Is that our 4?
You got him. Also,
Okay.
Craig Nunez just texted about he's struggling to keep his power up.
Yeah.
So, not sure if they're calling a truce on this breakaway or not, but it looks like they're putting time into Enrique and Austin still.
It the text could be fake news, and he just would be, you know, laying down some strategy.
Do you suppose that Austin and Enrique are in contact with one another?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah. On the last couple of races before, I was bouncing back and forth and listening to the Red Peloton group, and I know that they're in contact with each other for sure. And I know Austin was saying that he was probably going to get dropped in this race because of the hill every lap.
I think Enrique's a real big surprise here.
Yeah, I think he's just paying Austin back. Just he's got the whole the series wrapped up. That's my opinion.
That's not a racer mentality.
Right. It's not like a gladiator, you know, kill or be killed. It's not like that.
So Jeremy
But
Cattell, he's riding strong tonight. He's got some 3 very strong riders with him, but and I don't remember the exact point breakdown per finish, but Jeremy's just 2 points out of second place.
oh wow.
He has a good finish tonight. He could bump up in the overall standings, and the opportunity to take the win and grab that gift certificate from Trek Bikes and Santa.
It's interesting to see the different bike setups that people chose. Some people went for the aerodynamic flatland speed like the Tron bike. A couple of these guys are on the lightest bike in the game, the lightest wheels in the game, advantage up the hill. It's very interesting to see what decision-making process might have been deciding what's the best bike for this course. Yeah, it's got an 8 kicker, but it's mostly flat. Are you going to try and break away and look for an aerodynamic advantage at the end, or are you trying to break away up the hill on a light bike and hold that? So we got a 50-50 mix in right here.
See how that plays out as the night goes on.
Tron bike is one of the fastest bikes in the game in terms of flatland speed. Not the best climbing bike. Tarmac Pro Specialized that one of the riders is on is the lightest bike, and he's also got the lightest wheel. So he is definitely looking to be light going up that. Austin Enrique very quietly have brought back 7 seconds.
Nice.
They're now under 30 seconds. Sneak up on them.
And we just passed 30 minutes of racing at 13 miles in. So these fellers have been working pretty darn hard the last half hour.
Yeah, they may start to back off a little bit and play a little cat and mouse because I would think somebody's going to attack at some point.
They are picking up their watts per kilogram. Almost like they sensed it and they immediately 6-7 seconds.
Yep.
That's a ton of time to try and bring back, though. I don't see it happening.
Especially with those, in total 3 laps, 3 times up the big hill. But tough to make up time when you're on that big climb by yourself and you don't have the opportunity to draft it. But previous weeks, without the climbing, we've had flatter courses. We've seen opportunities where riders have attacked and gotten some space, and some successfully held that, some been caught. But tonight, it just looks like it's really coming down to a big effort on that hill.
Yeah, it certainly does. 26 seconds. Coming down.
It's all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like every time you go down something, you gain a lot of seconds. It's weird how that program works. It looks like this group of 4 are sharing the work, so they're all, sharing the work, and hopefully somebody here is going to attack and give us some fireworks for the TNT.
So these are the
cobblestone.
cobblestone.
Gradual cobble climb, and yep, just about to turn the corner across the river and get into that kicker one more time for the finish.
This will be interesting.
I think Norm can barely stand it. I think he's on the edge of his seat if I could see right now virtually.
Boogity boogity, let's go racing, boys!
With bated breath.
Yes.
All right, we're crossing the river.
This is it, huh? Let's see what
We
happens.
go up. We going up.
Yep, the wattage is going up. Oh, yeah. Wow.
No
People are-
aggressive attack yet.
Yep.
568 watts coming from Cattell. 8.4 I'm seeing watts per kilogram.
Mm-hmm.
Serious business going on right now.
He peeled off Larson.
Yep,
Larson,
Larson is getting gapped.
Come on now. Now's the time.
Hard attack. Greg News,
Sweet.
going hard.
Sweet is drilling it.
Slow to react. Very slow to react.
Yep.
500
he's-
watts it makes like. As he crests the top, it's going to be Sweet heading down the descent first.
Looking for
Do we know
glory.
the actual name of this mystery rider?
Mm-mm. Arrow tuck, is that a
No,
good
he's
idea
using-
right now? I don't know.
Nope, not on this hill. It's not a steep enough hill.
By.
That wasn't enough of an attack to separate them on the hill. These guys are going to come down to the...
Yeah, it certainly looks like it's going to be a sprint, which will be nice too for the fans, race fans out there. Who doesn't like a little sprint?
Lest we forget, we just lost one rider on that climb.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, Brian Larson got off his bike because he is
Yeah,
stopped,
what the hell?
and Enrique and Austin have gone by him, and they are over a minute
he
back.
must
So
have-
I'd say this race, the podium for this race is among the 3 up the road.
That's certainly what it's looking like at this point. I would almost guarantee 1, 2, 3 out of these.
Craig Nunez is getting peeled off. His day may be over.
Not so fast.
Not so fast now. Right there.
Oh!
He is riding at
Cat
the
and
tip of,
mouse.
he's on the tip of his saddle right now.
What do we call that, Mike?
Polishing the tip of the saddle. Craig Nunez back on.
Oh, I call something else that,
Riding
but
the
that's
rivet. Riding the rivet.
Well done to these three riders that have made that night to be the final
so.
three.
Who's it gonna be? Sweet.
Definitely hitting hard.
Let's take camera views if we can. I'm gonna take Cattell.
All right. I'll switch off of him and go to Sweet.
Okay. How about Nunez for you, Norm?
Norm. I'll
How
take
about it, Norm?
Nunez.
Thank you, Jerry.
You know, Norm, Nunez is pretty much.
And then it's Enrique. If we get back, hook up with Norm, he can have Enrique or Austin. Looks like they're
They're going to stay together.
Okay, 1 mile to go here to the finish of the A race and the finish of the virtual TNT series tonight.
sad.
Brought
It's
you
all
by-
over tonight, Mike.
I'm sad it is too. You know, we'll see what happens from here, but it's been a good series nonetheless. A lot of work put in by a lot of people to make this happen.
Yeah.
So thanks to
Uh-oh.
everybody that
Definitely.
invested time as we go into less than a mile. Looks like Jeremy Cattell taking the lead right now at the front. Pretty robust effort being put in by Craig. No, it's just
No.
all over the place.
Oh, it looks like Nunez is way up there. He's putting almost 11 watts per kilogram. Now he's at 9. So yeah, wow. He might go. He might go.
back.
He's back in it
He's
to
in
win
having
it.
trouble.
Yeah,
he's
what the
having
heck?
trouble. He's going up, on and
Yeah.
off the power. Here he goes. Maybe.
I think his electric motor is dying.
He's just having
Come
trouble.
on, dude. Oh yeah, weird. Now he's at 2.1. Yeah, something's going on with his connection. That's a bummer. Oh, he's
I'm
back in it
Up
now.
front.
All three riders pretty
Front.
close together.
Well, they don't have much to go here.
Less than half a
Yeah.
mile to go.
Yeah, they're really slowing down, waiting for somebody to attack, and the others will react to the attack. We'll see what happens. Come on, Nunez. The hell?
We've
500
seen watts,
meters.
900
500
watts.
meters. Where are we going at 500 meters?
Because that's a long way to go.
Nunez is going. Oh, he's definitely.
He's going to try to
Is-
slingshot maybe, or just happy to be back. He is going to ride
Yeah,
right through.
yeah.
Come
two
on,
and
dude.
four.
That's my guy right there.
Totally did that. He totally did that. Oh, he's getting
The
reeled.
record
He's getting
spot.
reeled. Here
Is
it
he?
comes.
No.
Oh, look at this sprint.
What?
Passed.
Oh, he's gonna get third. Looks like. That was a valiant effort.
Sweet. Cattell, Nunez.
Wow.
Cattell, Nunez, and then we're gonna take a look at Enrique and Austin.
No,
No.
wasn't it Cattell Sweet Nunez? Nunez was third.
Right. Cattell, Sweet, Nunez.
Yeah. Okay.
You had Cattell for.
Well, I was only watching Nunez, and I know for sure he's third. Yellow.
We will go back to the film to just double check that.
And
Looks like Austin
Austin
crossed
comes
ahead of
across
it.
the line first. And then Enrique.
Austin looked like he's working very hard today. Fresh.
Where am I at? Oh, there I am. All right. And there you have it, folks. So where does that put the standings, Mike?
So we need to sort out just a double check on the film and everything for the
The 1-2.
yeah, the 1-2. But clearly Enrique Rojas winning the series, and we just have to wait till we double confirm the winner and second place finisher, and the points associated with that to determine the overall second place.
Oh, so it makes a difference, huh?
Yeah, because there's only 2 points separating second and third right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick not on course tonight. We need to see if Jeremy earned the couple points to tie or go ahead of Nick Roach. Regardless of the overall standings, impressive performance by all those riders tonight. What an exciting race to.
Yes, indeed. We're going to have to get you on this virtual riding, Mike.
You know, it's hard to say no.
Just borrow somebody's setup and get on there and see what you can do.
Mike is a retro girl.
That would mean fresh start from everything. Let's see. I think I'd be starting from scratch.
Yeah, but you got the sprint, and that's what it takes, you know. All these races come down to the sprint.
Jerry, we appreciate that vote of confidence.
Any idea what kind of wattage you could put out at the end of a race? You ever measure yourself, so to speak?
Well,
I'll hazard a guess.
must say
Having tried to stay on his wheel a few times, I think it's over 1,000.
That's what I think too. I mean, I've measured myself, but you know, behind Mike, I always come up short.
Jerry, all I can say is that it's big numbers, very
Very
numbers.
big, large.
Well, this has been fun, folks, to call the race tonight. And again, thanks to all the folks that put in the time to officiate and set up and put their bikes on and put in some good work. So hope all the racers enjoyed the competitive aspect of this. We'll keep you posted on results from tonight. Appreciate all the shops for chipping in, not only to the virtual series, but also the actual series at the Santa Rosa Fairgrounds. We couldn't do it without the support of all the bike shops, without Kendall-Jackson for sure. That's what makes it all happen. There's a lot of expenses involved with insurance and site and stuff. So one of the few sides, Trek Bikes tonight, all the other local bike shops that pitched in. The one thing that makes putting these on a little easier is no insurance fees or site fees. So who knows? There might be another version 2 virtual TNT race.
That's right. They got to cover the commentator salary.
Let's not forget about registration fees too for the race. That'd be zero.
I was just about to instruct riders to send their checks to your address, Chair, for registration. Zero reg fees. You can't beat that.
You can't.
I don't know, boys. I'm looking at the replay, and it looks like